Hey, what's going on? It's Ryan Drake, and these are the 5 things that you need to know on your Friday. All right, so ex-NFL stars Clinton Portis, Rashae Caldwell, Joe Horn, Correll Buckholder, Carlos Rogers, just to name a few, are accused of defrauding the NFL and stealing money from the league's healthcare program. Could be facing up to 20 years behind bars for it. United States Department of Justice officials say Portis and 9 other ex-NFL players developed a scheme back in 2017 to make money off the Gene Upshaw NFL player plan. Now, officials say the scheme wasn't too complicated. Portis and the former players allegedly made up fake claims, submitted them to the plan, which was designed to help retired players pay for medical bills, and then they were reimbursed. Some of the things that they claimed, they wanted to be reimbursed for things like hyperbaric oxygen chambers, ultrasound machines, electromagnetic therapy devices. Officials say the plan paid out more than $3 million to the former NFL players before the scheme was eventually snuffed out by investigators. The investigation is ongoing as we speak, and of course the NFL and NFLPA are aware of this probe, so we're going to find out what goes down. But it looked like somebody's going to jail. So if you're a UFC fan like your man Ryan Drake is, then you're ready for UFC 245 this weekend. Colby Covington, well, he came out and he said his 2-year campaign of verbal combat was a ploy to get noticed by the UFC after the UFC threatened to end his octagon career. Now, why he admitted this, I'll never know. I mean, I think we all knew because everything before that said Covington was a great dude, good friend, yada, yada, yada. But he had quickly and vastly became the best heel in the UFC, if there ever was one. So this weekend, we're going to find out. Is he going to bring it to Kamaru Usman and become the champ, or is he just going to be another big mouth that gets shut down? All I know is this card is stacked from top to bottom, and I can't wait to watch it. So if you got a Ring security camera, like I do, watch your back. A family in Mississippi claims a hacker gained access to a Ring camera placed in their 8-year-old daughter's room and started talking to her. There was a video that was obtained that shows a view of the child's room while mysterious music starts playing from the Ring. A voice can also be heard saying, "Hello there." During one clip, the voice is heard saying, "I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus." That's just scary stuff right there. So if Rings are getting hacked into now, well, it's obvious they can watch your patterns with that. They can see when you come, when you go, how often that you check out the house for, and so on and so forth, leaving you susceptible to being robbed or, God forbid, harmed. Ring, let's get this fixed, man. I pay for my plan. These people pay for theirs. The ball is now in your court. So big news for Google. After rolling out on smart speakers and displays earlier this year, Google's Interpreter, which is a real-time translation mode, is finally landing on your cellies. That's right. The feature arrives on both Android and iOS handsets globally. The feature works in tandem with the assistant. Say something like, "Hey Google, be my German translator," or "Hey Google, help me speak Thai," and the feature kicks in, offering up real-time translated transcript and audio. The feature also offers some smart replies to help keep the conversation going. Now, I think this is big, because if you're out of country, maybe, or you meet somebody that does not speak your language, this is definitely going to help us communicate with one another. Now, if only they could make one of those to help communication in relationships, then we'd be good. Here's another reason why I hope Ohio State plays LSU in the national title game. There's an academic researcher for Louisiana State, John Edgar Brownie, and he says there are at least 50 vampires in New Orleans alone and 5,000 across the United States. He says that they meet through witchcraft-related pagan groups as well as goth clubs. He said these social gatherings included Dark Shadows conventions and other vampire fiction and film fan organizations, bondage and S&M events, which were frequented by blood fetishists and others whom real vampires found to be willing blood donors. End quote. So when schools like LSU are representing morons like this guy, they need their butts kicked a little bit, right? So yeah, another reason why I hope Ohio State plays LSU, so we can beat their ass and win a natty. That's it. Those are them. The 5 things you need to know, Friday style. I'm Ryan Drake, and we'll check back in on Monday.